Hey, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. You know, when I was a little kid, my dad used to always tell me, just be yourself, just be yourself, man. Don't try to be something you're not. And of course, when we're young, we don't pay any attention to that, right? I was wearing cowboy boots one day and black eyeliner on the next day. I didn't know if I wanted to listen to, George Strait or Metallica. Sometimes both at the same time, right? It takes us a little while as kids to kind of figure out who we are and to really put a finger on our personality and what we believe in and what our values are and what what we value, what we hold to be important, and those kinds of things. And it takes us a little bit of time. But I think most of us, by the time we're probably in our early 20s, we've pretty much nailed all that stuff down, right? We're pretty much we're not drifting in the wind any longer. And by the way, that happens for a lot of folks much younger than that, right? I know teenagers who are way more put together than I was at 25, right? I also know 40-year-olds who still can't find themselves. I'm very proud of the way I phrased that. That could have come out a lot of different ways. The point is simply this, that when my dad was telling me this as a kid, just be who you are, Brian. People like you for you. You're a likable person. You're an enjoyable person to be around. And as kids, I don't think that we necessarily get that. But I'm going to let you know that in adulthood, it's exactly the same thing. In adulthood, sometimes I think we get caught up in trying to put on some kind of persona for people. Maybe if you're in business, you try to pretend to be a little bit more distinguished maybe than you really are, or if you're in a social setting and maybe you're a little stiff, but in a social setting you try to pretend like you're cool, when maybe you're really not. But the reality is this: just being yourself makes you the coolest and most professional and most likable you that you can possibly be. Because I'll tell you what I believe is true. I believe people value genuineness more than what you think that they may value. You may think that the people you're around value expensive clothing or a certain political slant or a certain religious slant maybe, and it's easy to try to kind of go down those lines thinking it will gain you favor in the audience that you happen to find yourself in. But the reality is, more than anything else, people value other people who are genuine. And so just being yourself in adulthood is as important as it was when you were a kid. Because you know what? You're pretty special. You, me, every one of us, we're like a snowflake. We're like a fingerprint. There's nobody quite like us. Nobody's got the talents and the gifts and the skills and abilities that you have. They've never been put together in exactly the way they're put together in you, and they never will again. Every one of us is unique and irreplaceable. So own that and believe it and just be you. You'll find your relationships improve. You'll find closing ratios improve. Business improves. Everything improves when you just believe in who you are and be okay with that, because other people, that's what they want from you. And that's the dose. Have a great week.